this is Matthew Armstrong, and what I'm going to show you right now is the true power of the Enagic compensation plan in action. And once you get this, then you will absolutely be inspired and very, very enthusiastic to go out there and really go full throttle with your Enagic business. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. And usually when I give this talk and teach this, I usually have a live audience, and I usually get 4 volunteers, and I get everything from the audience. That's obviously not possible here because I'm making a video of it. But what I'd like you to do is to participate in this and be active in it. And if you are, you're going to get it on a much deeper cellular level. And really find and really see this, and the penny will drop. I assure you that if you do this with me, the penny will drop. So here we go. So just imagine you have bought your machine. You have decided to build your Enagic business, and so here we have like 4 types of customer. We have the end user, we have the part-timer, we have the full-timer. Right in here, a very interesting one is the sometime-timer. Here we have monthly sales, here we have yearly sales. Just in case you can't read my writing, that's what it all is. Type of customer, end user, sometime-timer, part-timer, full-timer, monthly sales, yearly sales. Okay, so just imagine you have your machine, you've opened your first franchise lane, and you've sold to an end user. So how many referrals do you think an end user could bring you in a year? So think about it right now. So you've sold someone a machine, and they're just an end user. They're not thinking about doing a business. Maybe they're multi-millionaire, maybe they're a movie star, maybe they're, because a lot of movie stars have this, maybe they're top athletes earning tens of millions a year, right? They're not thinking of building a business out of this, but they might refer other people. How many people do you think an end user would refer to you in a year? Now, I get numbers anywhere from 5 to 100 people, I've even heard some people say 500, but for me, 5 to 100 people I get. So what's your number? What's your number? So for example, let's say, you might get 10 to 20 referrals. Maybe some people might say 10, some people might say 20. That's a sort of ballpark figure of referrals you might get from an end user. Someone's coming around their house, they're sharing their water with them, and they're saying, I drink this. Maybe their health's improved, they're telling all their friends at the gym or at the yoga class. People are saying, wow, you look younger. I've been drinking Kangen water, they say. So then you start getting referrals. That's how that works. So moving down to this place here, which is sometime-timer. So just say, you've got your machine, and you haven't really committed to it yet. You haven't really committed to the business. So let's say you are a sometime-timer. So as a sometime-timer, how many sales do you think you might get in a year? You've got a machine, and whenever you talk to someone, you're thinking, I'd quite like to make a commission here. At least I'd like to make my money back on my investment on my machine. So how many do you think you'd get? Well, again, I get anywhere from roughly 5 to 20 sales per year, people often say. So what that might be? 5, some people say 5 sales per year you might get. Others say 20. What's your number? How many sales do you think you could make in a year as a sometime-timer? You're putting a bit of effort in here, there, but you're not really committed, right? That's a sometime-timer. Now moving down to a part-timer. So as a part-timer, this is like you're clocking in, clocking out every day. You're putting in at least 1 to 3 hours every day. Let's say an average of 2 hours a day you're putting into your business. You're inviting people to events, you're following up with people, you're sending people videos, you're helping people complete their order forms, you're selling machines basically on a part-time basis. So with this in mind, how many monthly sales do you think you might make as a part-timer? How many sales per month do you think you might make as a part-timer? You have your number? You doing this with me? I hope so, because this is where you really get the value. Now again, for this part-timer, I usually get anywhere from 3 to 25 a month as a part-timer, depending on what people say. If you're really putting the effort in, depending on the network, depending on, you know, if they're good at sales, if they're got maybe a bit of an advertising budget, you know, anywhere from 3 to 25 is the numbers what I get. So you might be somewhere in the middle there, somewhere down the lower end, somewhere the higher end. Think about it for you, because we're all individuals and there is no right or wrong answer. Okay, so how about as a full-timer? Full-timer, like this is like, you know, no matter what, you got to be at work, right? When you've got a job, you got to be there at whatever, 9 a.m., leave at 5, 6, whatever. You're putting in 8 to 9, even 10 hours a day, and maybe 5 to 6 days a week, right? So if you're doing that for that focused effort, how many sales do you think you might make a month as a full-timer? Think about it. So again, I get anywhere here from 6 all the way up to 100 sales a month, depending on the person. Some people think, well, I've got a huge network, I'm great at sales, and you know, I can make 100 sales a month. Other people think, well, I'm just getting started, I don't really know a lot of people, I'm going to have to learn Facebook ads, I'm going to have to learn Google ads, I'm going to have to, you know, brush up on my networking skills. You know, it might just be six a month. Yeah? So with this in mind, now let's look at commissions. So I'm going to be conservative here, and so we have our lower number is 3. What's your number? Tell me your number for part-timer. Okay, so I'm going to be conservative, and I'm going to bring this down to 1. Just 1 sale a month. 1 sale a month as a part-timer. Wow. So bearing in mind the commission structure that Enagic has, I'm going to base this on the K8, as we did in the commission structure previously, if you've seen that. And before you see this, you really want to have seen the commission structure. So if you haven't, go back and watch that, then come back to this one. So imagine making 1 sale a month as a 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. Where will you be here? Will you be a 6A? At a 6A earning 1,500 per commission? Or would you be a 5A earning 1,250 euros per commission? You can make that conversion in dollars if you're in the US or wherever you are in the world. But again, let's be conservative. We're not going to make it as a 6A. We're not going to make it as a 5A, not even as a 4A. How about as a 3A? As a 3A. As a 3A, making 1 sale per month, okay? The 3A earns 750 euros per commission, okay? Of a K8. So 1 sale a month, that's 750 per month. Multiply that by 12. 750 multiplied by 12 equals, do the mathematics, what is that? 12 times 750 is 9,000. That's 9,000 euros per year, making 1 sale per month as a 3A. That is not bad, right? All you have to do is make 1 sale a month, and you've earned yourself an extra 9,000 per year, putting in a couple of hours a day. You know, that will change people's lives. So remembering from the commission structure, we have direct sales and indirect sales. And looking at the average of Enagic and their commissions, what do you think the ratio is of direct sales to indirect sales? So for example, if 100 sales are made in a person's organization, how many do you think are direct and how many indirect? Again, some people say 75-25, it's 80-20, and it's actually 80-20. That's the average. 80-20 is the average. 80-20. So 80-20. So if you're making 9,000 euros per year direct sales, selling once a month, how many are you going to be getting indirect? Wow, that's something. But look, let's be conservative here, and let's say it's 50-50. Yeah, let's say it's 50-50. So for example, for your 12 sales, let's say indirect sales are also 12 sales. So we double that and times by 2, and that becomes 18,000 euros. That's 18,000 euros per year you're making. And by the way, this is going up every year because you're ranking up from 3A to 4A to 5A to 6A. But this has been super conservative. You're making 18,000 euros per year, making 1 sale per month. Now, this is how powerful this is. Okay, so let's say you've seen this. You go, wow. Well, if I'm making 18,000 per year part-time, why don't I just go full-time? You know, maybe this is close to what your full-time income is for some people. So why don't you just go full-time and you can at least double your money? Well, maybe it'll be a bit more. So let's look at this. So as a full-timer, again, some people think they can make 6 sales per month. Some people 100. Some people do make this, and some people make more than this a month in Enagic. Some people make more than 100 sales per month, way more. So again, let's be conservative. So let's drop this number down, this lower number that I often get. What's your number? Tell us your number. Okay, well, my number is probably lower than what you said. We're talking about working full time, 8 to 10 hours a day. That's full time, right? Let's bring this down to half. Let's bring this down to 3. So 3 sales per month. Just imagine you make 3 sales per month as a full timer with Enagic. So 3 sales per month, that will quickly rack up. But let's, so what, as a 6A earning 1,500 euros per month, 3 sales per month, what is that? 4,500 per month as a full timer, direct sales. But let's bring it down from a 6A. Let's bring it right down to 5A, 4A. How about 4A? Okay, as a 4A, you're making 3 sales per month. That's 1,000 euros per sale. So that's going to be times by 12, 1,000. That's going to be 12,000. Now 3 sales per month times 12 times 3, that's 36,000. That's 36,000 per year as a full-timer, direct sales, making only 3 sales per month. All you got to do, make 3 sales per month, and you'll make 36,000 direct. Now again, we also make indirect sales. So if you're making indirect sales, again, think about this 80-20. 80% is indirect sales, is the average with Enagic. But again, let's be conservative, let's balance it out. Let's say only 50%. Let's say it's 50-50. So then this is times by 2 equals 36 times by 2, 72,000 euros per year. 72,000 euros per year working this business full time with very, very conservative numbers. Now that's a really decent full-time income for anyone, no matter where you are in the world. And that's me using the most conservative numbers I can. 1 sale a month as a part-timer, 3 sales per month as a full-timer direct, then taking into account indirect sales from other people who have also bought machines from you. 72,000 per year, or 18,000 as a part-timer. Not bad, not bad. So let's take it a step further, because as you do this, other people in your organization will decide to do what you do. Some people will be end users, some people will be sometimers, some people will be part-timers, and some people will be full-timers. So let me ask you this. How many part-timers do you think you could bring into your organization in a year? You're putting this work in, you're selling to end users, you're selling to sometimers, you're selling to part-timers, you're selling to full-timers. You're going to get all of these coming into your organization, every single one of them. Yeah? And so they're all great. End users are great, sometimes part-timers, full-timers, all great. Everyone's drinking the water, everyone's getting the benefit, everyone is sharing the message of health and wealth and freedom. So how many part-timers could you bring into your business in a year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10? Well, often people think, well, you know, if I'm selling 12 direct, I've got more indirect. Let's be conservative, say 3. Let's say you bring in 3 part-timers in a year. 3 part-timers, 3 other part-timers doing what you do. So if those 3 other part-timers do what you do and being conservative, they're also making 18,000 per year. You're going to be receiving the indirect commissions from that. Add that times another that by 3, 18 times by 3, 3 times 18, 36, 46, 54. 54,000. So suddenly your part-time income is suddenly part-time €54,000 per year you're making as a part-timer. What about as a full-timer? You know, so if you brought 3 part-timers in, how many full-timers do you think you would have brought in as well? You might have brought 1 full-timer in. 1 full-timer making 72,000. You're also going to make something like this as well. Suddenly your part-time income has come up to around 100 grand. What if you're a full-timer? As a full-timer, how many full-timers and part-timers, because often people copy what other people do. So if you're a full-timer, you're going to bring some full-timers. If you're a part-timer, you may bring in some full-timers, but you're more likely to bring in part-timers. But if you're a full-timer, you'll certainly bring in some full-timers. So imagine you bring in 3 other full-timers into your business, 3 other part-timers, 3 other full-timers, all making 72,000 a year. You're going to be making commissions on all of that as well. Do you see where we're going with this? The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars and euros per year, and even going up into millions as the years roll on to 5 years, 10 years. We're talking about millions per year. In a business where you're living a life of freedom, choosing your own hours, transforming people's lives, transforming families' lives, transforming their health, but also transforming their financial future. There's no better business in the world than this. So let's get started. Thanks for watching.